What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is official. Rodri from Man City is the 2024 Ballon d'Or winner. He's only the third Premier League player to win the Ballon d'Or. Michael Owen did it back in 01. Ronnie then followed in 08. And now it's Rodri in 2024. Breaking the 16-year curse. It had been 16 years, like I said, Ronnie in 08. The last Premier League player to win the Ballon d'Or. And the fact that the first guy to break that curse, or the guy to break that curse, is Rodri, a CDM, is crazy to me. It wasn't Erling Haaland, it wasn't Mo Salah, it wasn't Eden Hazard, it wasn't Wayne Rooney. Heck, it wasn't even Anthony Martial, who has a Ballon d'Or clause in his contract. It ends up being, like I said, a CDM and Rodri. So shout out to him for winning the award. But let's talk about it, man, because this is a very controversial win, to say the least. And today as a whole was very chaotic. And as a guy who honestly, who has no dog in this fight or no horse in this race, whatever you want to say, I was extremely entertained all day. I mean, honestly, this is what award ceremony should be. Drama, suspense, who's gonna win it. I mean, and that's what today was, and I missed that, bro. I missed the days where we actually have to wait until the ceremony to know who was gonna win it. And today was that. So again, as a neutral, if you want to call it that, I was extremely happy today. I was extremely happy today, seeing all the chaos on Twitter and on YouTube. I mean, who's gonna pull up to the ceremony? Who's not gonna pull up to the ceremony? Who's gonna win it? Who's not gonna win it? Like I said, to me, it was amazing. But anyway, let's talk about Rodri winning this award, because to say the least, it was controversial, and honestly, the better word for it is unexpected. I think most football fans thought it was going to be Vinicius Jr. who took home this award. And even Vini himself thought he was going to win it, because Vini, in the Clásico on Saturday, there was a clip of him trash-talking Gavi about how, yeah, you're beating us 4-0, but I'm going to win the Ballon d'Or. So again, even Vini thought up until Saturday that he was going to win the award. And then all of a sudden today, we see all these reports coming out how Real Madrid are not going to pull up to the ceremony because it's been announced that Rodri's going to win it. And I was like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? For months, we all thought it was going to be Vini. I think it was reported, it was like confirmed basically that Vini was going to win the award. And then, like I said, today we find out that it's going to be Rodri. So it was really, really unexpected. And to me, man, as you guys know, my opinion on Rodri winning, I'm going to tell you guys right now. As you guys know, I am a Barca fan. I'm not shy about it. I don't try and hide it. I think if you cut open my vein, I would bleed red and blue. Now, that could be some sort of disease, but again, we don't give a fuck about that. I am a Barca fan, as you guys know, is what I'm trying to say. But one thing that I try to be on this channel is as unbiased and as consistent as possible. And if you guys have been watching me for a long time, you know that back in July, when the Euros and the World Cup both ended, I made a video on this channel talking about who I believe should win the Ballon d'Or. And in that video, I said it should go to a Real Madrid player, and more specifically, it should go to Vinicius Jr. I said that back in July, and now it's October, and I stand by what I said back in July. I am not moving off that. I think the Ballon d'Or winner should have been a Real Madrid player, and more specifically, like I said in that video back in July, it should have been Vinicius Jr. And again, that is coming from a die-hard Barca fan, a guy who does not like Real Madrid whatsoever. But I think it should have been Vini. Because me personally, I don't give a fuck who wins the Ballon d'Or. If a Barca player is not in contention for it, I really don't care who wins it. Now, do I want Vini to win it? No, because obviously I don't want to see Real Madrid win anything. But it's an individual award. If he's going to win it, he's going to win it. And again, I don't care. I'm so happy with the way that the Barca season is going. I don't care if Vini wins the Ballon d'Or. But again, I think it should have been Vinicius Jr. I say a lot to say this. I think it should have been Vinicius Jr. And again, I'm not trying to take away from Rodri, because I believe Rodri, over the past 5 or 6 years, has been one of the best players in the world. The guy is a generational talent, will go down as one of the best DMs the game has ever seen. And after winning this award, even more so. I mean, this award is going to add to his legacy a lot. Obviously, the Ballon d'Or is a huge award. But again, I believe Rodri is amazing. He's been the best player on the best team in England over the past 5 years. A dominant City team, obviously, and a team that's been one of the best teams in Europe. A guy who scored a winner in a UCL final. We know how good Rodri is. But this specific season, 23-24, I think Vini was the best player in the world. Because when I look at Rodri and his case to win the Ballon d'Or, it's extremely weak to me. Yes, he was great in the Prem and he was really, really good in the Euros. But you could argue for both of those teams, for Man City who won the league and for Spain who won the Euros, he wasn't even the best player. Phil Foden won PFA Player of the Year for Man City. Rodri wasn't even nominated. So you could argue Phil Foden, a lot of people would say, he was the best player for that City team. Again, Rodri was close, but Phil Foden, you could argue, was the best player. He got given the award. And then for Spain, because I believe Rodri won this tournament because of what Spain did at the Euros. And him winning player of the tournament. But that case is even weaker because he wasn't even to me, you could argue he wasn't even a top 3 player for Spain at the Euros. He wasn't even the best midfielder on his team. Fabian Ruiz had a better tournament to me. Lamine Yamal was better to me. And also Nico Williams was better to me. And the fact that they gave him player of the tournament to me was a robbery. I don't think he deserved it. But again, that's probably why he's winning this award, because what he did at the Euros. But that Euro campaign is not enough for him to win the most prestigious individual award in football. People talk about Messi. Oh, Messi only won it because of the World Cup. Messi had one of the greatest World Cup campaigns, and not the greatest World Cup campaign of all time. The guy was on a fucking tear, bro. He was like on crack in that World Cup. He was amazing. I don't know what being on crack looks like or what it feels like, but I'm guessing Messi was doing a bunch of crack before those World Cup games. So I had to burp, but I held it in. Because, again, he was amazing. Rodri didn't have some Messi 2022 World Cup at the Euros. He just wasn't that great because, like I said, he wasn't even the best player on his own team, in my opinion. And no one can argue, even if you're the biggest Messi hater of all time, no one can say Messi wasn't the best player on that Argentina team. He was the driving force of that team and by far and away the best player in that whole tournament. So that's why he won the World Cup. That's why he won the Ballon d'Or, despite the fact that Erling Haaland broke every single record basically in the Premier League and won the treble. Because Messi was just that much better, was just that good for his country at the World Cup. And again, the World Cup is also a bigger tournament than the Euros. It's the biggest tournament in sports. So again, Rodri didn't have some Messi in 2022 campaign or Maradona in 86 or fucking Pele in 1970 or R9 in 02 where everybody just looks at this guy and says, wow, he was really the best player of this tournament. Like I said, to me, he wasn't even the best player on his own team. So him winning this award makes no sense to me. And again, I'm not trying to take away from Rodri. I think he deserves to be in the podium. But to win this award, I just don't think it's fair to Vinicius Jr., who, again, the first half of the season, he wasn't great. He was injured for a good part of the first half of the season last year. But that second half of the year, what he did for that Madrid team, and what he did in that UCL run, in that league campaign, I mean, it's nothing short of remarkable, bro. The guy had an assist for a goal in every single knockout round of the UCL, I'm pretty sure. Scored in the final in Wembley. Had a great game against Bayern in that second leg. Obviously, at the Bernabeu. That second half that he played, he didn't score or assist, but that second half was fantastic. One of the best second halves you'll see from a player. Was really good against City. Was really good against Leipzig. So, like I said, when I look at Vini and what he did for that Madrid team, I mean, that Madrid team last year had a historic campaign. They lost 2 games all year, and both games were to the same team. I mean, that's one of the best campaigns you'll see from a team in Europe in a very long time. It's hard to only lose 2 games all year, and again, both were to the same team. To every other team, not named Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid did not lose a single game. And they played Bayern Munich in the UCL, and they played Man City in the UCL, and they played Borussia Dortmund in the final. And they didn't lose to any of those guys. And Vini, like I said, was a driving force of that team. The guy was scoring goals for fun. He was unplayable the second half of the year. And I understand that for Brazil, he wasn't great. I get that. But when I look at what he did at the domestic level for his club, I mean, it's just, he was just so good. He was really, really good. And again, it's coming from a Barca fan. But I don't do this tribalism bullshit where I refuse to give other players credit if they're a rival player. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I don't care if Vini wins the Ballon d'Or. I could give a shit. I just thought that he should have been the winner. I think, like I said, I think Rodri had a great campaign, a great season, but it just doesn't feel right to me that Rodri won the award. And I think it should have been Vini, like I said, because I think he was so overwhelmingly good for that Real Madrid team, did so many great things for them, and was the reason why they won the trophies that they won, basically. I mean, I know Jude Bellingham and Carvajal and Cruz and all these players had a lot to do with it, but no one can argue that in the second half of the year, the guy who led that Madrid team in the UCL more specifically, and that's the most important competition, of course, was Vinicius Jr. So again, for me, the fact that Rodri won it is crazy, man. And I never saw this coming. I did not see this coming. Absolutely did not see this coming. Now, in terms of Madrid not pulling up to the ceremony, look, it's been a rough couple of days for Madrid. It's been a rough season for Madrid, but especially the last couple of days. You watch your team lose to your biggest rivals 4-0 in your stadium. You watch your star boy not win the Ballon d'Or. It's tough, man. But again, I think it's just incredibly childish from Real Madrid. Because like I said, Vini, it's not like he was the runaway winner for the Ballon d'Or. It's not like he was the guy who was like dominating everything. Did I say that? Actually, no. That's the point that I want to bring up. People out there, this is the biggest robbery of all time. They're delusional, bro. They're delusional. Vini wasn't this runaway favorite for the Ballon d'Or. It's not like it's the biggest robbery ever. This is not this is not like Cannavaro winning it over Ronaldinho. This is not like, I don't know, Nedved winning it over Henry. The race was close, bro. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Again, I think Vini should have won it, but it should have been slight. But this race was close. This was not some Ronaldo in 2017 like a situation, or Benzema in 2021, or Messi in 2011, where the winner was declared. Everybody knew who was going to win it the second the season ended. Again, it was a close race. So the fact that Madrid refused to pull up because they're mad that Vini didn't win it, to me, it's extremely childish. But I understand why they're upset. They feel like they got screwed in this award. And Florentino Perez is probably going to talk some shit after this because he's probably going to be pissed off about it. But again, to me, the fact that they didn't pull up, it's petty, bro. No one owes you anything. I know you're Real Madrid and you feel like everybody owes you shit. No one owes you anything. Like, just pull up and be gracious in defeat. You lost. Your guy didn't win it. The other guy won it. Just pull up, bro. You're making like it's a bad look to me. But again, that's just, I think, what they decided to do as a club and to obviously in solidarity to Vini. But yeah, man, to me, that's extremely petty. But again, man, I think the reason why Vini didn't win it is because part of the criteria for the Ballon d'Or is like the fair play thing, or like how you act on the pitch. That to me is stupid, bro. We're not looking for choir boys here, man. We're not at the local church. It's about football, man. And people might think that's crazy, but I don't. What was your production? How many trophies did you win? And how good were you for your team? Did you help your team win trophies? And Vini did that. Again, can he bitch a lot on the pitch? Does he dive? Does he complain to the refs? Is he kind of annoying sometimes? Yes. Does that excuse racial abuse? Absolutely not. And anybody who tries to, like, anybody who says that Vini deserves it because, oh, he's so annoying on the pitch, you're stupid. You're the worst of the worst and no one likes you, honestly. Do not ever justify racial abuse. It's disgusting. Do I think Vini's antics are annoying sometimes? Yes, I think they're kind of funny also. Okay, I think he's just an entertaining guy. But again, maybe if that's the reason why he didn't win, if that was like the deciding factor, his antics on the pitch, and that's why Rodri won the most prestigious individual award in football, where has the game gone, bro? Again, we're not looking for choir boys here, man. We're looking for football players. You play with your feet, okay? How many goals did you score? How many trophies did you win? And that's how you determine a Ballon d'Or winner. Not about how good they are as a citizen. I don't give a fuck about any of that. But again, that's just my thoughts on that. What else do I have to talk about? Oh yeah, man. Lamine Yamal won the Young Player of the Year, which is amazing, man. The guy finished top 8 in Ballon d'Or. I just want to talk about that briefly because, again, it's insane, and we got to talk about Barca. I mean, it's crazy. It's actually crazy that Lamine Yamal continues to do this at this age. The guy is insane. The guy is insane. Bonmati also won her second Ballon d'Or, a Barca Femení player. Shout out to her. The top 3 in women's Ballon d'Or were all Barca players, which is fucking amazing, man. Barca's winning on the women's side, on the men's side. It's fantastic to watch. So shout out to Bonmati, shout out to, that's their second Ballon d'Or. The last 4 Ballon d'Or winners on the women's side have been Barcelona players. So again, Barca Femení is killing it. Lamine Yamal, I mean, the sky's the limit for this kid. He's going to finish in the top 3 next year, I have no doubt about that. Especially if Barca continues to play the way they're playing. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here and give my thoughts on Rodri winning the Ballon d'Or. Do I think it's deserved? No, I think it should have been Vini. But again, I'm not really crying about it because there was no Barca player in contention for this, and I'm never going to be sad that a Real Madrid player doesn't win something. So again, I think it should have been Vini. But congrats to Rodri, man. This guy, I mean, the fact that he won a Ballon d'Or, has scored a UCL final winner, and just continues to add more accolades to this already amazing career. And the guy's still so young, has so much career to go. It's honestly, we're going to be talking about this guy being one of the best DMs the game has ever seen if he's not already. And we might be talking about him being the best DM of all time. I would never say that because I think Busquets is the best DM of all time. But Rodri, especially with this win now, is definitely going to find himself in that conversation. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I love every single one of you, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.